Welcome to the Sharon Jones Show, where we're keeping up with the Joneses. And now here's your host, Sharon Jones.
Welcome to the Sharon Jones Show. Today, I have a great lineup for you. I have attorney Teddy Reece that's coming on the show in just a minute. And I also have Mr. William Green with the company Wise Decision. So don't make a decision to turn the knob. Keep it right there. Keep it locked with the Joneses.
God bless you. I'm Alice Hubbard from the True Believers Ministry Christian Center Church, where we're here to extend a personal invitation for you to join us each Sunday at 11:30 a.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m., where we're making disciples, preaching the truth of the gospel that save lives, heal the sick, and bind the brokenhearted. Jesus loves you, and I do too. See you soon.
Expert Tax Service, Gwen speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, Gwen. My taxes are a mess. Can you please help me?
Of course, no return is too hard or complicated for us to file.
Expert Tax Service is located on 3604 Macon Road, Suite 2. They have over 50 years combined experience in tax preparation services. Expert Tax Service offers tax advance loans, free estimates, no obligations, a chance for you to win up to $500 weekly, nationwide service, drop-off services, and much more. Expert Tax Services will treat your refund like our own.
Welcome back to the Sharon Jones Show. I am just having a great moment in time here with Mr. Teddy Reece. How you doing?
Hello, Miss Jones. It is truly a pleasure and an honor to be here with you today.
Yes, well, thank you. It's likewise. And when you said I would like to come on the show, when I asked, I said, you want to come on the show? You said, I would like. I said, oh, man, I get a chance to actually interview Mr. Teddy Reece. It's great.
Well, I hope that we have as much fun as you are anticipating.
Yes, it's going to be a blessing. Either way out, when God has his hands upon you, you can't be anything but blessed because you belong to the Most High.
Absolutely, and I know he's truly blessed me as the son of a single mother who worked 3 part-time jobs to make sure that we had food and clothing, and a grandmother who only made it to the 10th grade, but managed to retire from the state of Georgia after 32 years working with Central State Hospital, taking care of our veterans and disabled individuals. But check this out, Miss Jones. She never had a driver's license and never owned a car, and there were some mornings she had to make that 15-mile walk to work. But my parents and my grandparents taught me values that I will never forget. That's to respect everyone, to love God, to honor family, and just be as good as you can to everyone.
Wow, yeah, that makes a difference, how your upbringing, you know, when you've been into a struggle in life and seen your loved ones struggle and you've seen it, it makes you more appreciative to me, because I've been there as well with some other different, and I just like that you use that to define and to kind of give us a little example of how you've come through, because you are shining in this city.
Well, thank you, and you know, and I don't shine for the recognition. I do what I do to help others, and that's the lifestyle that we've lived. Even with my family, I remember going off to college, and one of the first things they said to me was, "Whatever you do, make sure you keep God first, and make sure that whatever you do, that it wouldn't be an embarrassment to the family."
Okay.
So I worked extremely hard, and not coming from a family of leadership or those that had the time, you know, to really serve in a public capacity. That's where I found my voice in college, and I was able to serve 2 terms as Student Government Association president at Albany State University.
Oh my!
Had an opportunity to work closely with former governors and secretary of states here in the state of Georgia, and I see it all as a blessing, and I count every one of them each day.
Each day. Oh my goodness. So you were born in Columbus?
No, I was born in a little small town called Gordon, Georgia, Wilkinson County, just east of Macon. Ms. Jones, we didn't have a traffic light. You know, all the stores closed at 10. You know, it was the kind of place where, you know, we were running around barefoot and no one would say a thing, but the neighbor wasn't afraid to get onto you if you were doing something wrong. There was a sense of community. Everyone cared for each other and they looked out for each other.
That's awesome. That is awesome. And, you know, it's good that you stayed in school, you know, because like you said, some of your role models in your life hadn't had that opportunity. And I know they are so proud because you're one of the ones that they brought up to be a fine young man, to go out and venture out and get your education, because education is a very essential tool to success.
You know, it's definitely essential, and that teaching to gain your education has stuck with me even after finishing 3 degrees, even after getting a master's in public administration along with a bachelor's in computer science and a Juris Doctorate, being licensed in the state of Georgia and the state of Florida. I didn't want to go to a corporate law firm and spend my days behind a desk pushing papers but making a lot of money. I wanted to make a difference. And I do that every day right now with my organization, Georgia Appleseed. We're fighting very hard for education, making sure that we're able to keep more of our children in the classroom where they need to be. Think about this, Ms. Jones. When we suspend a child and we send them home and that single parent isn't there, that's a vacation. That's not punishment. And so we got to get back to common sense thinking when it comes to education. And I'm just fortunate that we have leaders in the Valley that understand that, and they're willing to work with the changes that we need to have in education to make sure that our children get that education, because education is key, as you said.
Yes, it helps. You know, knowing God and putting God in it, and like your parents taught you, putting God first.
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing God, education, common sense, it works together for the good.
Absolutely. And when you are a blessing to others, you get the opportunity to build those experiences that help you grow. My first opportunity out of college, I worked for Geico Corporate, and that was an amazing opportunity that was presented to me by a fellow churchgoer. And she told me about that opportunity, and I was able to join a management program and learn early about strategic budgeting and planning and be in rooms where oftentimes I was the only person in there that looked like me. But I couldn't let that be a distraction. I had to keep pushing, and I even found mentors there. You know, your life is about what you decide to do with it and the direction you decide to take. We can't continue to make excuses.
Right.
You have to make lemonades when you're giving lemons.
All right, now you better say something.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right. I believe that. Yeah. Good lemonade come from a good lemon.
It come from a good lemon.
A hard squeeze.
I'm trying to tell you, the kind that you got to roll on the counter first. You know, get a little salt it on. A little soften up.
Okay.
Yes, right. You know, I tell them I can go to Applebee's now and get a steak, but I remember back in the day we didn't have no but cube steak. You would beat it with that hammer on the counter.
Okay, you make it. Oh, I know about it.
That's right.
Every house had one.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
they had that old that little rolling board to roll that dough.
Yes, that rolling pin, and you roll that dough. My grandmother, to this day, she still makes homemade biscuits every morning.
I love it. I love that.
Every morning.
That's the excitement about going home, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It wears on you, too.
It does. You're like, come home. You're like, oh, and don't let them put that gravy with it.
Oh, my.
And then that biscuit and gravy. You don't even need meat.
Yes.
You know, that's that good stuff.
That's the good stuff. And, you know, and that's when families would sit down and have a meal together. And have a conversation. And that kept the family unit in place. A good meal. And people didn't realize, you know, why did everybody come together to eat? Because of the food. It was so good.
It was so good.
But the conversation was also thought-provoking. And that's when relatives would ask me, well, how are your grades, Teddy? You know, how are you doing in school?
Right.
And it gave me a sense of care and love to know that my relatives were concerned about my success.
Isn't that something?
Yes,
We're going to come back next segment because I tell you, you're on something. You got me. All my attention is on this conversation. But we're going to roll back on the next segment after this commercial break. Y'all don't know what to do. Bam, did I do it right? Get it.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
God bless you. I'm Alice Hubbard from the True Believers Ministry Christian Center Church, where we're here to extend a personal invitation for you to join us each Sunday at 11:30 a.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m., where we're making disciples, preaching the truth of the gospel that save lives, heal the sick, and bind the brokenhearted. Jesus loves you, and I do too. See you soon.
Expert Tax Service, Gwen speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, Gwen. My taxes are a mess. Can you please help me?
Of course, no return is too hard or complicated for us to file.
Expert Tax Service is located on 3604 Macon Road, Suite 2. They have over 50 years combined experience in tax preparation services. Expert Tax Service offers tax advance loans, free estimates, no obligations, a chance for you to win up to $500 weekly, nationwide service, drop-off services, and much more. Expert Tax Services will treat your refund like our own.
Wow, I tell you what, being in the presence of Attorney Teddy Reece is just an awesome experience. A man of wisdom, knowledge, a man of energy, a man of faith, a man of God. I'm just loving that.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jones.
And
Thank you.
I just love the way you put your little essentials together.
Well, you know, sometimes I push the envelope a little bit with fashion, you know, because you don't want to be like everybody else. That cliche person that goes online and just get a basic resume and say, oh, I'm going to fill this out. Imagine how many other people have done that.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing to make yourself stand out?
Okay.
And sometimes, and your fashion speaks about you.
Yes.
When you put on a certain suit and you know you're wearing it good, that confidence just exudes.
All right,
and
now,
it makes
like,
you feel good. You walk in the room like, I'm here.
I'm here.
I am here.
I may be late, but
I may be late.
I may be a little early, but I'm here.
But I'm
Whichever
here.
way.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it. I love it. You know, I retired after 20 years in the fashion industry in Columbus, Georgia. I was one of the only ones, and I have the proclamation, Mother of Fashion and Entertainment, in this city of Columbus, Georgia, because of my long term with fashion. So I appreciate and I can identify quick about fashion. I know fabric. I know if it's cheap fabric. If it's, you know, I look at a lot of things most people don't pay attention to. And then you know, every time I see you, you are fabulously flawless for the male figures in this city.
Well, thank you so much. and you can do it in a very inexpensive manner.
Yeah.
You can look good for a low cost. But I want to go back to you mentioning your highlights of in the glass ceilings you were able to break. And there are other people all around the valley, all around Columbus, with success stories just like yours, serving as an example every day that if you're determined to do something, you can do it.
You can do
and
it.
you should not allow anyone to deter your dreams.
Amen.
Or where you want to go or tell you what you can accomplish. You sit here today as a success story because you chose that path.
Amen. Amen. By his grace and his mercy.
Absolutely.
And
Every
his
day.
blessings, abundant blessings.
Abundant blessings.
But you under favor as well.
Well, you know, Ms. Jones, I am good to look into the hills from which come all my help.
All right.
And I fear no one.
Yeah.
Because my God is the only person that I fear. And I know as long as he covers me,
Yes.
I am okay with everything I do. I've made some decisions in life that I wasn't comfortable with, but I knew that God had his hands on it. Like, you know, you referred to me today as Attorney Reece, but I didn't go to law school until the age of 29. That was after I left working with the city of Atlanta under the leadership of Mayor Shirley Franklin, that I decided I wanted to take a new direction in life. So I took that leap of faith. I prayed about it and I thought about it, and I left a comfortable job to go jobless for 3 more years of education.
Wow.
And it was the best decision I ever made.
Yes.
And I am just thankful every day for the wisdom and the teaching to trust God.
You
and
had
to
that
follow
faith.
him. And
Yes.
to follow him. Every interstate exit from Atlanta to Orlando was an opportunity to turn around. And trust me, they were talking to me. They were saying, little boy, go back and tell them folks you're sorry. You want your job back. But God was saying, no, I want you to keep going forward because I got something for you. And I went to law school with the intention of just being published. Before I knew I was even moving here, God was preparing me for Columbus, Georgia. I was published in an article my last year in law school about the water battle between Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. Can you imagine that, a little black boy from Georgia studying water law?
No.
But that was all his direction, and there's so many other things he did for me. My last year in law school, I clerked for a felony judge. I was the president of the student body, but I think one of my greatest accomplishments, and this is all thanks to him, is my last year in law school, I served as the national president of all law students, 179,000, and I was in charge of a $2.5 million budget. I was the 4th African-American, but I was the first one from a black law school.
Jesus.
And it was a proud moment for family
Good
law
Lord.
school.
I felt a chill then.
Well, I felt chills going through it. I remember he delivered that message to me, and I was like, God, are you sure that's what you want me to do?
Yeah.
That's an unsurmountable task.
But
he said, no, nothing is impossible with me.
Okay, now.
And he led me. I'm not trying to go to church here with you, Ms.
We
Jones,
go if you want to
but
take
the
it
Spirit
there.
is in the room because, I believe that when God directs you, you have to listen.
Oh, my.
You have to listen, and you have to be bold. Sometimes you have to be brave, and sometimes the facts may not be lined up, but if your faith is in order,
all right now,
you'll get over that hill.
Come on now, boy.
And you will get to where he wants you to be.
Coming up.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I love it. I love the faith walk. You talking about quitting a job at 29 years old. Most guys at 29, they're ready to do this and start looking at, children and houses, and I'm buying me a house, I'm gonna get me a new car, a new SUV. They're looking at all what they can get. They're not trying to stop. If they didn't get it, most of them between the ages of getting out of high school up until about 28 years old, going to college and just going out of high school, going to college, maybe a year or two break and going straight in. As a younger, you took a job, cut out, and went in faith down to college. That is just amazing.
And unfortunately, my generation and the generations following me we've been plagued with this instantaneous. We want things in an expeditious manner.
Microwave style.
Microwave style. And we've forgotten the essence of what it is to work for stuff. I remember when I was little, if my bicycle tire went flat, I had to get that bucket of water and fill it up and take that inner tube and shuffle it until I saw those bubbles rising up, and then take the metal scraper and clean it up and put a patch on it with glue myself.
I remember seeing it done.
Kids don't ride bicycles.
No, it's a computer. It's not on bike. Let me ask you, future plans. Tell me about your future plans. What are you doing?
Well, I'm excited about my future. My wife and I are expecting a little girl in August.
Yes.
So, I will be a father, and I'm
Last
looking
time I
forward
seen you
to.
was single. Now you're
yes,
married.
now I'm married.
Yeah.
So,
and a baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that in life, and God in the community has called me to run for office. I'm currently on the ballot now for a citywide city council.
All right.
And I look forward to talking with more citizens around Columbus, especially those that have expressed to me, Teddy, we feel that we do not have a representative beyond our district representative. There are 2 at-large individuals. We never see them in our community, and we never hear from them. And we got to get beyond the point of thinking that elected capacity is reserved for certain individuals. It's not. Those seats belong to the people.
All right.
And when we get out and vote, when we exercise our voice, we can make a difference.
Y'all can make that. Well, hey, you running on the 24th, right?
May 24th, early vote starts May 2nd.
All right. Hey, that sounds good to me. You guys keep it locked with the Joneses. You know you can't go wrong. We'll be back after commercial break.
Expert Tax Service, Gwen speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, Gwen. My taxes are a mess. Can you please help me?
Of course, no return is too hard or complicated for us to file.
Expert Tax Service is located on 3604 Macon Road, Suite 2. They have over 50 years combined experience in tax preparation services. Expert Tax Service offers tax advance loans, free estimates, no obligations, a chance for you to win up to $500 weekly, nationwide service, drop-off services, and much more. Expert Tax Services will treat your refund like our own.
God bless you. I'm Alice Hubbard from the True Believers Ministry Christian Center Church, where we're here to extend a personal invitation for you to join us each Sunday at 11:30 a.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m., where we're making disciples, preaching the truth of the gospel that save lives, heal the sick, and bind the brokenhearted. Jesus loves you, and I do too. See you soon.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Alvin and the Chipmunks want to remind you, bacteria can hide in food and make you ill.
Wow.
But you can keep bacteria from ruining your day with 4 simple steps. Clean.
I'm waiting for the rinse cycle.
Separate. Cook.
Fire in the hole!
And chill.
We chipmunks are notoriously tidy.
Check your steps. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back to the Sharon Jones Show. Just sitting here chilling, as they say, with Mr. William Green.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
That is awesome.
On such a short notice.
Yeah, it was short. But, you know, when the Holy Spirit tells you to do something, I obeyed the Holy Spirit. And then I reach out to you, and then you were like, yes. So you're here.
Yes, ma'am.
Amen. And you need to be here because you're offering a service, a community service that people really need.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell us the name of your company and what does your company do?
The name of my company is A Wise Decision. My name is William Green, as you all know.
Yes.
It's a concierge and courier service. We offer quite a lot of things for as personal shopping. For as courier, we deliver packages, local and long distance. Quite a few things. If you just want to go on Facebook and Facebook A Wise Decision, you can see everything that we have to offer.
Okay, so you're located on Facebook with your company.
Yes, ma'am.
And they can just go. So if they're not on Facebook, we're going to put some numbers on the screen for
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
So people can write it down by the time you're almost done. We'll put it on the screen because they need to get pencil, paper, write. There's a lot of people need your service for reasons that they're not able to get out the house.
Exactly.
You know, people that are disabled
Yes.
and family members are working. A lot of times people just don't have anybody to really reach out to take them to different places, grocery shopping.
You're
you
right.
said you do shopping and all that.
Yes, ma'am. We also offer mobile barbering. We come to your house. Locally.
So are you a
No, ma'am, I use a personal barber. I have my own personal barber. You all guys can go on Instagram, A Master Barber, and you can view all the cuts that Mr. Brown does.
Okay, so you have a travel with a barber.
Yes, ma'am.
On duty, on staff. You go now.
Yes, ma'am.
See, that's unique. That's different.
Yes.
See, this day and age is out for different. People want a different something. They're used to the traditional, the same old, but it's a service they need that you offer.
All the time.
Because I was thinking when I heard of your service, like, I needed him like a month ago because I sent someone up to Atlanta to pick up something. I wasn't able to go.
Okay.
But I sent someone up there and they were just so irresponsible. You know what I mean?
ma'am.
I need somebody that's professional.
Yes, ma'am.
That if I need someone to run and get something for me and bring it in on a short notice, that it's like, bam, that's how you work, right?
All the time, on a timely basis. I'm always on time. If I am late, I try to notify my clients or whatever and let them know that I will be late, probably 10 or 15 minutes or something of that nature.
But you work around the clock, too.
Yes, ma'am, 24/7.
And you can carry not just one person, but you're to carry several people at one time.
Yes, ma'am, if that's needed.
So just say they got an event. There's an event over in Waverly Hall, Georgia, and there's 3 people that need to go to this event. You go up there, you take them,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
sit and wait.
Yes, ma'am, I
and
will.
then when the event is over, they come back and you get paid.
Yes, ma'am.
Because there's a lot of people have stuff like family reunions and stuff.
All the time.
That they need to go,
I don't-
weddings and stuff.
Yes,
that
ma'am.
they don't even drive anymore. And so then they don't have to, okay, that's wonderful. Wonderful. You go pick up medication and all that kind
I
of
do
stuff?
everything, any and everything the concierge service will provide.
What
Anything you can
gave
think
you?
of it. Anything you can think of. If I can outsource, if I know someone that does it, I'm gonna try to make it happen for you.
A wise decision.
It's a wise decision. The
All
right decision. Yes, ma'am.
Way to go. Who named that?
I did. I came up with the name, the logo, and everything.
Okay, and what gave you that drive, that vision to do this?
Just reading, doing a lot of reading and working out. And
That's
then
good.
doing a lot of walking and reading at the same time.
So it was just a thought one day.
Just a thought process, and I came up with
It
the
kept
idea.
coming back and forth in your mind.
Yes, ma'am.
You know who was ordaining that, right?
The angels. Yes, ma'am.
Amen.
Yes, ma'am.
So they'll keep you in a certain place.
Yes.
And then once you hear from them, then you can kind of direct, because that's what the word says. He directs your path.
Yes.
So your path has been directed to open a business that will benefit the people.
Everybody. I'm trying, like I said, I'm just trying to. I know a lot of people don't have it sometimes, and sometimes I will do if I can. But just, you know, I'm very dependable and everything. So just
Good.
give me a
You're
shot.
blessed to be a blessing.
Hey, I thank you for it.
Yes, I like that. And you know, I like it because you are constantly advertising your business.
Yes, ma'am.
And see, that's the success rate. When you continuously expose and keep that exposure, it gets in the mind of the people.
Yes, ma'am.
That's why it's important to advertise.
Yes.
You know, and I know there's one form of advertising. There's some other forms I want
Yes,
to
it is.
introduce to you.
Okay.
But that form is good because that's how I know about you.
And then another thing too, I'm by myself. I work alone. I do need assistance, but right now I'm just having to do everything by myself.
God's
so.
going to give it to you.
Yes,
as
ma'am.
you grow and as the blessings continue to flow, because I know they've been kind of slow getting off.
Yeah, exactly.
But patience, like the guy was just talking about just a few minutes ago in our segment, the patience part sets in, because really we do want everything right now. We are a microwave world society. We don't want the stove. We want the microwave. We want it if it can't go. If it say it'll cook itself without a microwave, we want that. Because
Exactly.
that's how we are. We've gotten trained and systemized to be that way. However, you know, we still need to be able to get things from here to there.
Exactly.
A lot of times we're not able to meet that.
Exactly.
And that's where you come in.
I just want to say one thing before everything's said and done. To a lot of guys out there in the streets, it's all right and everything, but one thing about it, if you out there, take what you got and do something positive with it.
Do something with it.
You know.
Don't make your money a waste.
Exactly. So, you know, I just tell all the guys out
I
there.
hate wasted money.
I'm a living testimony.
Oh my. There's a lot more to you than we can see, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Amen. Well, I'm glad you turned things around.
Yes, ma'am.
To work for the good of the people.
Yes.
You know, and I salute you because of your wise decision.
I sure appreciate it.
Now I'm feeling that name. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
But Mr. Green, I am so happy that you stopped in, because I know you got some deliveries on schedule and you're probably looking at your clock like, wait
I got
a
a couple
minute.
clients I got to get right now.
Okay, but you come
Yes,
at
ma'am.
a short notice
Yes, ma'am.
to be with us to share
And they
this
understand that
information.
too.
And I hope the viewers, if you need something, this is the guy.
Yes, ma'am.
Please call them. The number's on your screen. Call him and set up something, because he got something we need. We'll see you next week, same place, same time. Y'all know what to do. Keep it locked next week with the Joneses.
Thank you for watching today's show. If you would like additional information about today's show, call or email us